Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're in Van Wert, Ohio, and we're at the Marsh Foundation. We're at a ribbon cutting ceremony for their new equine facility here in Van Wert. K Buildings was asked some years ago to be a part of this project. They've got a 100 by 210 riding arena and a stall barn in here that'll fit up to 30 horses, and it all works towards underprivileged children. It's a wonderful program, and if you've not looked up Marsh Foundation, please do so online. It's just a wonderful program. We're so proud to be a part of it, but it's just drop dead gorgeous. It's beautiful, and we want you guys to be along with us. Take a peek at it. So we're outside. They have a presentation going on inside right now with all the people that are here for the open house, and they're talking about the different therapy techniques they use for the children that are here. And I wanted to step out real quick and talk about the K Building and what they did with the design elements of this. They did such a wonderful job. Just if you'll notice on the sidewall of all the garage doors they put in, large enough to fit between the on-center spacing of our mainframes, which didn't add any additional cost to the building, no large sidewall headers or anything like that. All the roof load and wall load is transferred to the mainframes and down into the foundation. And then they also have them following the roof. So all the hardware and the door itself, when they're open, they're up and out of the way and up into the rafters of the building. So just well done. So we're standing outside of one of the overhead doors, and you may have noticed that the mainframes inside aren't the typical Elgin red that you're used to seeing. It's rare that we would ever do a project and paint it a different color, but these black frames certainly add just a striking look to the entire building on the inside. And there's been a few times over the years that we have done that, typically on a bigger project, because it's really kind of a logistical nightmare with the way the manufacturing process is done to get all the parts and pieces in the paint shop at the same time to get them all the same color. So that's why we often will resist doing a different color or custom colors to the mainframes. But in this particular case, it worked out well, and these black frames are just beautiful. So this hallway that goes around the perimeter of the riding arena makes for a great viewing area as people are watching the different displays that are going on in the riding arena. And the walls that were put up here were all made out of 2x6 yellow pine, and they have a structural steel bracing in there to make this a nice solid wall to keep the horses on one side and the people on the other. So inside these double doors, which is the entrance to the facility, is the classroom area. And it's a wonderful area for all the kids to come together in either a classroom setting or in a large group setting where they can instruct a lot of the kids before they're introduced to the riding arena and then all over into the area where the stalls are. One of the design elements, the stall barn area, takes advantage of the vaulted ceiling decay, and they build a loft up top right there. And it's in that area that they're storing a lot of the materials that support the horses below. It keeps it up off the floor, keeps it dry, keeps it out of the way, and takes full advantage of the added space you have with the vaulted ceiling of the K. So in addition to the riding arena and then the stall barns, Kay had also built this monoslope here to take care of all the byproduct of the equestrian facility. And the way that monoslope was designed, there's a 30-foot area in the center as well as two 15-foot bays on either side. It just makes getting the equipment in and out and processing the materials a lot easier to do. And then the monoslope itself just creates a lot of wonderful ventilation. So when they were laying out the design of this riding arena, it was really important to the designers that they make the outside come in as much as possible. And so the whole series of overhead doors down the side wall and the large end wall door openings does just that. It provides a lot of great ventilation in the building, but then it also gives you that sense of the outside and the inside just all kind of blending together. So that's going to do it for our tour of the Marsh Foundation Equine Facility here in Van Wert, Ohio. It's just an absolutely drop-dead gorgeous facility, and we're glad that you were able to spend some time with us here. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below and we'll be certain to respond. Also, if you wouldn't mind, take a moment and subscribe and like the channel. It does help, and we love having you here. Stay safe, and we'll see you the next time.